Hi, I'm Keith Boyle. I'm the CEO of Newfound Gold Corporation. Out in Newfoundland, we have a property, the Queensway property. We just closed on our acquisition of Maritime Resources, which I'm super excited because really we transitioned from the world of exploration into the world of production. Good to be here with you today, Matt.
Keith, good to see you, sir. Obviously, that's good news indeed, getting that closure over the line. Might be worth reminding people why you bought it and what you think the kind of quick wins are.
Sure. So first of all, as I mentioned, we become a producer. So, it's a high-grade deposit, small deposit, but still high grade. And grade is king. It doesn't matter what project you're on, grade is king. And so for us, having a small high-grade mine, producing, and the other thing too is we put our hands on processing facilities. At Maritime, they are sending their Hammerdown mine ore to the Pine Cove Mill, which is 100% owned. And then there's also the Nugget Pond hydromet facility that's a bit further away. And if you recall, Matt, in our Queensway project preliminary economic assessment, we had assumed toll milling or milling at a third-party mill. And so for us, being able to secure a facility to where we could send that phase one, it really does de-risk. So putting all of that together, we should see a re-rate, in particular a better multiple on our stock. And so that for us it was a win all the way around, and for Maritime shareholders a win all the way around.
Well, talk to me about the integration component there. Obviously we'll get into operational synergies proper in a second, but they obviously advanced the Hammerdown through mill feed delivery before the completion. I mean, have you been working with them in terms of before the kind of closure to kind of make sure this integration plan and the timeline to production post-close is more efficient?
So they sent their first ore to the mill, the week, 4 weeks ago now. And so they've been producing from Hammerdown. The development construction's been done. They've got a really good team that have brought a project forward basically on a shoestring budget. They raised a total of $25 million, repaid a $5 million US debt component off of that, and built a mine. So really hats off. What we've been working with their team closely on, the life of mine plan, what their thoughts are, getting aligned on that, helping with putting key team members in place that they have to augment their team from where they were as you grow the production. And so for us, we've been working side by side with them, and hats off to Garrett and his team to have really brought it to this stage.
Okay, so the integration challenges working all together. So people, process, and I guess ultimately production, name of the game. Just in terms of how you are, I guess, modelling Hammerdown and Queensway, with regards to the toll milling strategy. How do you plan to kind of coordinate and process schedules together?
Well, what we're looking at is. One, of course, we're producing now at the Maritime assets, so I'll start calling it just the Hammerdown mine for simplicity, and so we're producing there, pouring gold at Pine Cove Mill, and what we're doing now is looking at the best approach to send the Queensway ore over to the mill. And so we're looking at making that decision probably by year end, if not in the first quarter, and submitting our permit application with that in mind. And so that really next year's the permitting, and 27 would see us complete the construction in the first half, with production in the second half of 27 from Queensway.
Okay, and obviously they kind of did some kind of preemptive work with regards to Pine Cove upgrades, etc. With regrind, feed system, settling pond, etc. So that de-risking must give you some degree of confidence. How much does it help you with your own projects? Will there need to be some readjustments and re-engineering when you come online?
We're looking at optimizing one. Like I said, we've been working with them on the mine plan in particular, because once you set that, it's difficult to change. But in addition, we see an opportunity here with the possibility of ore sorting to better send better grade material to the mill. We also are looking at the resources, historical resources that are on the property package. We think there's an opportunity there, and we've got the exploration team that have found a great deposit. They know how to explore and find gold, and so we're going to unleash them on that property and really look at the targets, because they've got great targets to go after.
Oh, for sure. And I was just looking at the mine grades versus their kind of model grade. They seem to that reconciliation obviously gives you degree of confidence on that. But how does it help your thoughts with regards to their reserve model and production forecasting? Are you confident about what you bought?
We're confident that we're going to be producing gold, and we've got work to do to really get into what they've done. However, they do have a feasibility that was published back in 22. And as more information comes in, they did some grade control drilling that confirmed the high-grade nature of the deposit. And so for us now, it's just updating that resource and putting a new technical report together.
Right. Okay. So so how many of their team are kind of coming over? I know you brought Rob on recently, but how's that integration of people working, and who's managing that integration?
Well, the Rob is managing. Rob, our COO, is managing the integration because everybody on the team is coming over. The senior leadership, the executive group, did not come over, Garrett and Jermaine, but others have signed contracts with us to continue on. So, we've got the whole team that built this thing really wanting to produce. They all live there. The one thing that, this team was built because they live there, and some really good people, and they've got a really good team. So, we're just here to help support them to, put that extra capital. There's a bit of extra capital to put in, just to put this thing over the top.
Yeah, I think that's good news, because I think their safety record, their operating in the region is good, and I guess that kind of capital discipline that they've had to employ is really, really good news, bringing it on into the team. With regards to maybe just worth reminding, so clearly you bought this for one reason only, but the capital which you're going to generate as well, that's also quite good news for your own build out.
So we saw the cash flow from Hammerdown as a piece of the financing for our Queensway Phase 1. And Queensway Phase 1, the PEA outlined $155 million. We're, of course, now doing further engineering to nail down what that number really is. And so for us, having that cash flow, we'll be able to now, we've got much more, greater number of alternatives for financing. And we're excited. We'll be able to finance the project quite easily.
Finally, just kind of wrapping up a little bit on sort of this update, which is when you're looking at the data, operational data coming out of Hammerdown in terms of grade and cost and recovery and those sorts of things, how does that kind of feed into the optimization of the Queensway feasibility assumptions? and plant design.
Well, I mean, we're going to have real live numbers to work with in terms of, costs to mine, costs to mill. And so we'll have, very good quality numbers to input into the next phase of our engineering and estimating for Queensway.
Okay, and what should I be as an investor, well, institutional or otherwise? What should I think? What should I be thinking now? You've got this production profile to you. You're starting to sort of demonstrate scale. What's the message to institutional shareholders with regards to growth and cash flow visibility?
Well, I think you just hit the nail on the head. It's growth. We're focused on growth, and it's growth organically, which is the best value for shareholders. So, we have a clear line of sight now with this production added to Queensway. First phase 1 is over 100,000 ounces. Then phase 2, which comes after that in 6 years actually from today. In 6 years, over 200,000 ounces, and and by the way, we've got the exploration team. They're not stopping. We're going to find more to add to that.
Keith, good to catch up with you. What are we going to be talking about next time I see you?
Well, probably a really good financing package that really de-risks phase 1. I think that's the next major milestone for us. Or depending on how Melissa turns out, we might be talking about a new deposit.